The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
We wrap up the Carson-Newman Volleyball position previews with a look at the setters and Liberos with senior Taylor Rohr. Michael Watchering for the Eagles Sports Network. And Taylor, you get ready for a senior season here. You've come into your own over the last couple of years, leading the team in assists during that time. What's it been about your development over the last 2 years that you have gotten to this point as one of the top setters in the league?
Honestly, I've really just become more confident in myself and in my team. My team has been a huge part of it, always hyping me up and stuff. So I really just want to focus on keeping that confidence going throughout the season.
When you look at what you have to work with this year, obviously there's a lot gone, but you do bring Erin Edwards back, one of the top options, and you've had a wonderful connection with her. What does that mean for you to be able to have her still as one of the big weapons on this roster?
It's a huge part that Erin decided to come back and play for us. She is a huge part of this team, and our connection is really good compared to everything else. It just means a lot to have her here with us for this final season.
When you look at this group as a whole, you don't lose as much as what the front line lost, but you do lose Maddie Rademacher out of this group. Emily Harnischweger, I know she played a little bit up front, but she also played in the back row as well. When you look at how much is lost, now you and Erin Edwards are amongst the most experienced players on this roster. What do you try to do to make sure that you take on more of a leadership role?
Honestly, I let all the underclassmen know that it's free game. Like, everyone is out on an equal playing field. You just have to come in with a lot of confidence and don't be afraid to mess up, because everybody messes up. And that was a huge turning point for me personally, not afraid to make a mistake. I just told them to be confident in what they do. Everyone has their bad days, highs and lows.
While overall it might be an inexperienced group, Abby Hildbrand is a 3-year player at Louisiana Tech, and she brings in a lot of experience, maybe not on this floor, but in terms of overall college volleyball. How valuable is it to bring in somebody like her to this roster?
It's really awesome to have someone like her. It's really good to have the competition on the court. Personally, I think it pushes all of us to be better, because we're like, more competition. So I think it's really big that she is here this year, and I'm excited.
And then obviously the connection with Erin is great, but it's also important to have one with a libero. And Hayden Barton was an all-freshman team selection a year ago. How valuable is that for this group to really allow her to get 11 matches under her belt last year, to get some of that experience after learning from Morgan Ballard the year before, and now getting a full season where she can be the libero for this team?
Yeah, obviously losing Morgan was a huge loss, but Hayden did a really good job of stepping up into the role, and I feel like her leadership has grown, and I feel like having that kind of season that we had last year really helped her get a feel of the court so that she can really bring it home this season.
I mentioned some of the youth on this team. Well, there's a bunch of different players out there in terms of setters and liberos that are young. There's a bunch of new weapons that you're going to have to work with as the setter out there. With that in mind, over these next few weeks, getting ready for that tournament at USC-Aiken, those 4 matches in the first week of September, what's it going to take for this team to get prepared for that week, to make sure that you guys are ready for a year in which you play 32 matches?
We've had a lot of conversations about that. I told the underclassmen coming in that like 90% of this game is mental. So pretty much we need to just put in our mind that we are going to win. We are going to push each other to be better. No matter if we're friends on the court, off the court, don't take that personally, just work on it. And so I feel like if we really put the grind into it, it'll be better.
Taylor, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.
She's Taylor Rohr. I'm Michael Watchering for the Eagles Sports Network.